It's September 2022 and I'm in the Hessian capital and one of the oldest spa towns in Europe, Wiesbaden. The Rhine River, the city of Wiesbaden has been a spa town since at least Roman times, with parts of the Roman walls still standing in the city centre, mostly hidden by today's Römertor, though there is evidence of settlement dating back much further, unsurprising given the potential of the hot thermal springs in the city. The city was destroyed in two fires in 1547 and 1561. Following the end of the devastating 30 Years' War in 1648, the population of the city had fallen to just 40 people, and consequently the oldest buildings in the city only dates to 1610, with the old city hall located near the market. By the time the Marktkirche was completed in 1862, at the time the largest building in the Duchy of Nassau that Wiesbaden had become the capital of in 1816, the fortunes of the city had dramatically changed. From a population in 1800 of just 2,239 inhabitants, but 23 bathhouses, by 1900 the population had exploded to 86,000 and hosted more than 125,000 visitors annually, with the double draws of thermal baths and a casino leading it to rival Baden-Baden and Monaco, though the Prussian-dominated imperial government closed down all gambling in Germany in 1872. The history of the town is detailed in the Stadtmuseum, which is located in the vaults beneath the market. The city still has several bathhouses where you can take the waters, but if you just want to see the waters, then the Kochbrunnen, or boil fountain, is the most famous for hot springs in the city. This sodium chloride hot spring bubbles to the surface at around 66 degrees Celsius with a faint whiff of bad eggs. If anything, the fountain is more impressive on a cool night when the steam given off by the water is even more visible. A good way to explore much of the city is to take a ride on the THermine Touristikbahn land train that tours around much of the city centre, taking in many of the key sites. Starting from the Markt, the tour takes in the area around the Wiesbaden casino. before heading up into the hills to the west of the city to visit the Orthodox Church. The tour heads out west to the base of the Neroberg, from the top of which some of the best views in the city can be had. As this is Germany, they have, of course, built a funicular railway to take you to the top of the hill, the Nerobergbahn. Opened in 1888, the Nerobergbahn is rare amongst funicular railways in using water propulsion. At the upper station, the tanks for cars are filled with water from a reservoir based on the number of people boarding down at the lower station. Once full, the upper car weighs slightly more than the lower car, which it's connected to by a steel cable. When the brakes are released, gravity takes over and the heavier upper car starts to descend down the tracks, pulling the lighter lower car up. At the bottom, the tank on the car that's just descended is opened, emptying out all the water and making it much lighter, ready for the car now up at the top to be filled up. Apart from the water pump, no electricity is needed. Up at the top of the Neroberg, there are views out over the city. As well as views down into the vineyards that line the sunny sides of the hill. For the turn of the 20th century spa tourist, after they'd taken the waters and taken in the views from the Neroberg, they could then come down into town for a walk around the Kurpark. This large park, located directly behind the casino, is set around a large lake and provides lots of peaceful walking paths. From the top end of the park, you can get straight into the casino itself to take in the architecture of this temple to gambling. The southern suburb of Biebrich was originally a separate town on the Rhine River before it was swallowed up in 1926 by Wiesbaden, giving the city a river frontage for the first time. Biebrich is home to the Baroque Schloss Biebrich, originally built as a residence for Dukes of Nassau. Today it houses administrative offices for the State Preservation of Monuments, and in the past also had offices for the organisations that reviewed the ratings that films were given in Germany. The park behind the palace is open as a public park. 5 miles downstream from Biebrich is the town of Eltville and the Elector's Castle of the Archbishops of Mainz. Building work on the castle started in 1330 and was completed by 1345, though further work was undertaken over the next 75 years. Much of the building was destroyed by the Swedes in 1635 during the 30 Years' War, leaving just the tower surviving, which was rebuilt in 1682 and giving the structure of the castle that stands to today. Today, the castle houses the town's tourist information office, as well as a small exhibition on the history of the castle, and perhaps more importantly, about one of the town's more famous sons. In 1411, aged around 11 years of age, a young Johannes Gutenberg moved to the town from Mainz, and that connection to the father of book printing is highlighted in the main exhibition. You can climb up to the roof space of the castle, where there are views out over the town and the Rhine River. Or descend down into the dungeon below the tower. And you can walk around the gardens, which are now a public park. Wiesbaden Hauptbahnhof has ICE high-speed connections to most major cities in Germany. It's also on the end of the S8 and S9 S-Bahn lines for Frankfurt network, connecting the city to Frankfurt Flughafen in around 35 minutes. Frankfurt is one of Europe's biggest airports and the primary hub for Lufthansa, with flights across Europe, the Americas, Asia and Africa.